I'm going to take a minute to talk about panel prep. Putting on a quarter skin on the 66 Chevelle. And so when these panels come in, they have these stickers on them. And you've probably, if you've seen any of my other videos, you hear me preach about we need to coat the inside of these. This is just a primer. And so before we close up a panel, we want to coat as much as we can with an anti-corrosion coating. So I'm just using some solvent to get the stickers good and wet, because if you don't get the adhesives off, you know, just like the outside of a panel, you're not going to be able to cover it well. So I just get things good and wet with my this is a cheaper solvent that I use for tasks like this. And so we can get it off clean, and sometimes you just let it soak for a bit. You can apply a heat gun if you want, but I don't like to spend too much time, but the task really needs to get done. You can't leave the adhesive on there, and you can't just paint over that, because that's going to give you a problem area. So a panel like this also doesn't fit that great, so you're going to have to fit it a few times to make sure you get your lines where you need them and your edges where you need them. I like to go through and pre-drill my holes with a smaller bit. I don't know, I think this time around I used a 5/32 bit, and then I'll go through and drill them out to be a 1/4 inch size, and they'll go, you know, all along the wheel edge, down the sides, everywhere that you find they're going to meet stock. Even though the top edge we have to do we'll do a butt weld, but everywhere else we still prep properly, just like we're doing a full replacement panel. That way all those other edges will fit appropriately and will look appropriate, and so they can still have a factory finish looking edge, and we just have to do a bit more work. Now is also the final time to work some dents out that are in the panel like this, where we have access to both sides now, and clean up our edges. And I'll show you later on in the next steps once we have this prepped and ready to go for our coatings.